Let's compare iOS 26 with iOS 27. We know the jump from iOS 18 to iOS 26 was massive with a new liquid glass design and updates across the board. But the jump from iOS 26 to iOS 27 looks small, but is actually really big. And I'd like to share the most important new things, features, and design changes you should know. Okay, so iOS 26 versus iOS 27. Yeah, I know this is an iPhone 17 Pro Max. I don't have iOS 27 running on this device. I do have it on my iPhone 16 Pro Max. What are the main differences you should know about? What are some important design changes? And it starts obviously with the lock screen. So now when I long press the lock screen, there is a new option to change the time. Besides that, you can change the size of the time. One of the most important changes on the lock screen is that for the first time ever, we can change the size of the time. This has always been like a prominent space for the time, but now you can actually make this smaller, so small that almost your whole wallpaper is visible in iOS 27. In order to do this, you click on the time and there you get this new icon here in the top right. It's not available in iOS 26 here. And now what you can do, you can see you can make it smaller and part of the date. So everything stays one top in one single line. And this is not available in iOS 26. But this is great for if you have a bigger wallpaper that you fully want to show off. You don't want anything in front of it. You want to have a clean lock screen, then this is the way to go. Now let's unlock both devices and go to the next change. And that is the liquid glass icons have been changed. And I know it's tough to see, but actually Apple changed the design of the liquid glass icon. I think one of the best icons to demonstrate to see this is the Photos app. So I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but like there are different layers, more like glass layers that you don't see in iOS 26, but you do see it in iOS 27. Especially if you look at the Photos app, you can see this, but it's also a little bit visible on messages. Talking about liquid glass, what you now also have is a new liquid glass slider. So there was a lot of complaints regarding liquid glass, but now you can actually change its appearance. On iOS 26, when you went to display and brightness, you had this liquid glass section here. This is now changed to appearance in iOS 27. You can see the difference here. There were just two options in iOS 26, clear and tinted. You can see the change here, but now there's a slider to give you more of a customizable preference. As you can see here, as you slide, it becomes more or less transparent, more or less a liquid glass. You can see this well with text as well, almost fully frosted, nothing visible in the back, and here you can still read the elements. That's something many people have been asking for. That's now in iOS 27 and not in iOS 26 anymore. So in iOS 27 we now have a slider, which many people requested. And on the home screen, talking about widgets, Apple did something amazing. Apple added actually a new widget size which covers the full page. So let me demonstrate that to you with, for example, the new music widget. So let's go to this empty page here, click on and add a widget on both. Let's go with music, for example. There we go, music. And now there is a new option, so we can just add it immediately from the first design. This option, we knew this size as well. Then we could make it more of a square design. And now look closely on the left here. If I expand it fully, it's not allowing me to make it bigger, but in iOS 27 here there is a new 4 size that is this one, that's basically covering a whole page. So if you're into that, that's really awesome. You now finally have this option. And this also works with weather, and this works with the clock. Mostly Apple's native widgets for now, but I'm sure Apple is going to open this up to third-party developers as well. Now, one of the most used apps ever obviously is the camera app. And as you can see here, first of all, now in the top in iOS 27, you have the exposure, the flash, and the resolution on top. So if you click on that, the menu here in the bottom expands and opens up. And in iOS 26, this menu was here in the top. Not sure which one I prefer though. All the other options here were available by tapping on the icon here in the top right or on even photo. And this now has been put on the bottom in iOS 27 together when you still tap on it on video or photo. Also, maybe one of the most important updates inside of the Photos app is that it now captures captures photos way quicker, and you can really see the difference that it's immediately saving the photo inside of your camera roll. So let me quickly demonstrate that to you. We're gonna slow this down as well so we can really see the difference here. You see the loading here on the side. That's completely gone now in iOS 27. So yeah, significant speed in capturing photos. Also quickly, I would like to highlight some of the new photo features. And let's just briefly take one image here. Doesn't really matter what it is. If you go to the edit section on both devices, there is a new tools menu in iOS 27. That's this one, and in the past this was only cleanup, but now cleanup is part of tools in iOS 27. So as you can see, a cleanup was just the cleanup editing tool to remove anything, and this was average. It wasn't the best one. Now this has been so much better in iOS 27. As you can see here, this is the result, by the way, of the cleanup. But now in iOS 27 we have 3 new features: cleanup, extend, and reframe. So yeah, cleanup, we know this removes part of the image, and it has significantly been improved. So for example, I want to remove this airplane wing. Boom, there you go, has been removed. Before and after, I mean, that's crazy. So that's one feature. The other one is extend, which allows you to make this image bigger, and then we'll add extra parts to the image. So this is actually a pretty impressive one. And this is the result of the extension. It actually added some reflection to the wing, and it looks actually pretty decent. Now, this is not the very best photo to demonstrate this. And reframe allows you, let me search quickly another photo to better demonstrate this, to change the point where somebody took the photo basically. Okay, so let's take this image, and what you can do now with reframe is, I'm looking a little bit on the right, and what I can do is potentially make me look at the camera a little bit. Let me see if that's possible. You get the idea. Basically changes from where the image was taken. Let's wait for the result. Boom. You can see it's adding new context around the image, but yeah, from this to that, I mean, that's crazy impressive, right? Then also the Shortcuts app got a massive update. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Shortcuts app, but yeah, many people are using this, or actually not, because they're too afraid of how complex it is. Well, now in the Shortcuts app, you can simply ask the shortcut that you want to make by pressing here on new shortcut. So you can just tell what the shortcut has to do, and don't have to code it all the way from the bottom, as so it used to be like all the steps yourself. You can just say what kind of shortcut you want, and your iPhone in iOS 27 will make it automatically for you. And then lastly, maybe most important for many of you, is the speed and performance changes. A little bit difficult to demonstrate this in a video, but yeah, apparently Apple under the hood has really optimized the speed and performance of every iPhone all the way to iPhone 11. Apps should launch 30% faster, and AirDrop should be about 80% faster, as well as a photo loading speed in your library. All these things hard to showcase, but definitely will be noticeable once you will be using iOS 27. That was the comparison between iOS 26 and iOS 27. If I forgot something, mention it in the comments. Thanks for being here, and see you in the next one. Peace.